How to fix EA Sports FC 26 graphics settings and display mode not saving after restart. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we're tackling a frustrating and all too common issue plaguing many EA Sports FC 26 players: graphics settings and display modes refusing to save after a restart. This problem manifests as your carefully calibrated visual preferences, such as resolution, anti-aliasing, and even full-screen mode, reverting to default or an undesirable state like windowed mode with a capped frame rate, severely diminishing your immersive gaming experience. We will deep dive into the underlying causes, from intricate file permission anomalies to conflicting software interventions, and provide a comprehensive array of technical solutions to ensure your optimal gameplay settings persist across every session. Here are 18 professional and deep dive technical solutions to resolve EA Sports FC 26 graphics settings not saving. Verify configuration file, read-only attribute. One of the most frequent culprits is the game's configuration files being set to read-only, preventing the application from writing new settings. Navigate to C /users /documents /electronic arts /EA Sports FC 26. Locate FC setup. In I or the settings folder, right-click, select properties, and ensure the read-only attribute is unchecked for both the file and the folder, applying changes to all subfolders and files if prompted. Run game as administrator. Insufficient administrative privileges can hinder the game's ability to save persistent configuration changes to system-protected directories, especially within your user profile. Always launch EA Sports FC 26 by right-clicking its executable or shortcut and selecting Run as Administrator to grant it the necessary elevated permissions for writing configuration data effectively. Disable GPU software overrides NVIDIA GeForce Experience /AMD Adrenalin. Graphics driver suites like NVIDIA GeForce Experience or AMD Software Adrenalin Edition often feature game optimization tools that can forcibly override in-game settings upon launch. Access your GPU control panel, navigate to the game-specific profiles, and disable any automatic optimization features or game-ready drivers for EA Sports FC 26 to prevent these external applications from interfering with your manual configurations. Add game to antivirus/firewall exclusions. Aggressive security software, particularly features like ransomware protection or controlled folder access, can mistakenly block games from modifying their configuration files. Add eSports FC 26. EXE, the EA app/origin executable, and the entire game installation folder to your antivirus and Windows Defender firewall exclusion lists to ensure unimpeded write access. Check Windows User Account Control (UEC) settings. An overly restrictive user account control (UEC) setting can sometimes interfere with applications writing data to specific folders, even with administrative privileges. While generally not recommended for security, temporarily lowering UAC settings from Always Notify to Notify Me only when apps try to make changes, and retesting might identify UAC as a contributing factor. Verify game file integrity via EA App/Steam. Corrupted or incomplete game files can lead to erratic behavior, including settings not saving correctly. Utilize the repair function within the EA app or the Verify Integrity of Game Files option in Steam, if purchased there, to scan and restore any damaged game components that might be affecting configuration file stability. Clear EA App/Origin cache. The EA app, formerly Origin, client maintains a local cache that, if corrupted, can cause various issues, including improper game launches and settings synchronization. Clear the EA app cache by closing the app, navigating to C /program data /electronic arts /EA desktop, and deleting the cache folder, then restarting the app and game. Update graphics drivers to the latest version. Outdated or incompatible graphics drivers can lead to unexpected display issues and prevent games from properly utilizing or saving specific settings. Ensure your NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel graphics drivers are updated to their absolute latest stable versions directly from the manufacturer's website for optimal compatibility and performance. Update Windows operating system. An outdated Windows operating system might lack critical updates that resolve compatibility issues with modern games or system-level file permissions. Routinely check for and install all available Windows updates. Settings Windows Update check for updates to ensure your system provides the most stable environment for EA Sports FC 26. Disable Cloud Saves for EA Sports FC 26. Cloud save synchronization services, while convenient, can sometimes overwrite local configuration files with older or conflicting data upon game launch. Disconnect unnecessary peripherals. In rare cases, conflicting input devices or their associated software can interfere with game processes, including configuration saving routines. Try launching the game with only a single primary gamepad, if applicable, and basic keyboard/mouse connected, disabling any virtual peripheral software or macro utilities running in the background. Check disk space availability. While seemingly basic, insufficient free disk space, particularly on the drive hosting your documents folder or the game installation, can prevent new configuration files or updates from being written. Ensure you have ample free space on relevant drives, at least 20-30 GB, for system and application operations. Perform a clean boot in Windows. Third-party background, applications, and services can sometimes interfere with game operations, leading to configuration saving issues. Execute a clean boot by disabling all non-Microsoft services and startup items via msconfig, then relaunching the game to isolate whether a specific background program is causing the conflict. Disable in-game overlays. Overlays from applications like Discord, Xbox Game Bar, or even the EA app itself can sometimes cause instability or interfere with game rendering and saving processes. Systematically disable all active in-game overlays for EA Sports FC 26 to see if removing these graphical hooks resolves the settings persistence issue. Manually delete configuration files. Forced reset. If configuration files are deeply corrupted, simply unchecking read-only might not suffice. Backup your FC setup, INI and settings folder, then delete them. Launch the game, which will force it to regenerate fresh default configuration files, then adjust settings and retest saving functionality. Create a new Windows user profile. A corrupted Windows user profile can lead to permission issues affecting specific application data, including game configuration saves. Create a new local Windows user account with administrative privileges, log into it, install the EA app/FC26 there, and test if the settings persist under this fresh profile. Check BIOS/UEFI firmware updates. Though less common, outdated motherboard BIOS/UEFI firmware can sometimes contribute to system instability or issues with peripheral and storage device communication. Consult your motherboard manufacturer's website for the latest stable BIOS update and follow their specific instructions for installation. Reinstall eSports FC 26 and eApp. As a last resort, if all other troubleshooting steps fail, a complete reinstallation of both EA Sports FC 26 and the EA app can often resolve deep-seated issues. Ensure you fully uninstall both applications, delete any residual folders in program files and documents, and then perform a fresh installation. By systematically applying these advanced troubleshooting techniques, you should now have complete control over your EA Sports FC 26 graphics and display settings, ensuring they persist for an optimal, uninterrupted gaming experience. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more in-depth technical guides and solutions to your most challenging gaming and tech issues.